Welcome back to some more battles. We are in the Retro Cup, and we are going to be using the Shadow Dusknoir here, paired with the Furret and the Toxapex. So we got a interesting lead here. Both of us are just staying in, firing off this Shadow Punch first. Looks like they're going to be building up a good amount of energy. Could be the huge move. We're going to shield the Acro. Nope, ends up being Aero Ace. So we're going to have to go into the one shield scenario. They're going to be able to get to their move pretty quickly here since they did go for the... Okay, they actually go for the Aero Ace again, indicating maybe they didn't have Acrobatics. They were running the Energy Ball. Unfortunately, the third Shadow Punch doesn't KO, and that pretty much confirms they didn't have Acrobatics, probably. So now we're going to have their Primate into our Toxapex. Looks like they're just staying in for now, so this is going to be okay for us. We're just going to go for this Brine here because they could get KO'd. Okay, ends up being the double fire. This is just unwinnable, unfortunately. Even though this Brine does neutral damage, they're going to be able to ramp up their attacks pretty soon. This Rage Fist doesn't KO, and you can see all this damage is already doing towards our Furret, and Furret has no super effective moves that it can throw at the Annihilate. Best case scenario, we get that shield and possibly get to the Brine. No. So yeah, they just had a really good team against our backline. The double fighters onto the Furret and Toxapex is just no good, unfortunately. So we are going to switch out our own to kind of help out with the spamminess of Primates by going into our own Annihilate. We got the Dusknoir here versus the Credilli. We're just going to stay in for now and apply the pressure. We go for the Dynamic Punch and they decide to let it go. That means that we can shield here and look for the farm down at this point. They don't allow us, and we're just going to farm up energy. Go into the Furret. Furret into the Jellicent is a really positive matchup for us. This Trailblaze might even get it low enough to farm down. They don't allow us. They're just going to shield. We know that we can survive this serve, and now our boosted Sucker Punches are just applying too much pressure. We are going to be able to get to another Trailblaze. Now our attacks are boosted even further. So Shadow Grumpig in the back took a good amount of damage considering it was only like 2 Sucker Punches. And then you can see here, our opponent is going to be able to get to a move right before we get to ours. So we're going to shield and fire off this Shadow Punch immediately. They tank the move and down goes the Grumpig and the Credilli. So GG's to our opponent. Never had to use the Annihilate, but the Annihilate would have cleaned up the Credilli. So well played by us. On to the next game. We got the same lead. We got the Dusknoir versus the Credilli. And we're just going to go for this Dynamic Punch because earlier they were able to survive it. Our opponent here decides to shield. We're going to shield, and unfortunately we get Rock Tomb baited. So this... Okay, they actually double shield. So we have opportunity here to shield as well, and then we can wait a turn there and then get to this next Dynamic Punch. It doesn't KO because we are debuffed, but we snipe their energy with our own Annihilate. Annihilate with a little bit of energy advantage versus the Charge Bug now. We go for the first Rage Fist. Does, I don't know, 20% right there, if anything. And then we're going to try to get to another move. We go for this Ice Punch. This Ice Punch is gonna take it out. So down goes the Charger Bug. And looks like our opponent decided to quit the game. They would have had a really, really tough situation because we still have the Furret So they needed to use a ton of energy. So we were most likely going to win that game regardless, but it would have been nice to play it out with them still available. But GG's to our opponent. We had a interesting lead, and we were able to kind of snipe all that energy that Cradily had. Okay, jump left lead in this. Last time we lost with a sliver of health. This time we have a shadow jump bluff. Let's let the first one go. Acrobatics is used this time. Down goes the Dusknoir here. Now we have to go into this Furret. We're going to spam this Swift. Not enough for the KO. Another Acrobatics is used, and we just got to hope that 2 Shield Annihilate is going to win us the game. And it looks like we have a sliver of chance because they have a Dunsparce, and then this regular Feraligatr is behind in energy. We shield everything here. We are going to be able to farm up energy. This Hydro here is shielded. Then we're going to throw our own Rage Fist here, not only to potentially get the shield, but also boost our counters, and we get the counter down. Our opponent is not really doing a lot of fast move damage. We're going to go for this Ice Punch. Not enough. We are not running close combat. And our opponent here is low enough that we think this serve is going to be enough for the KO. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with 2 Shield Annihilate. Kind of just countering the entire backline. Okay, back again here with our last battle. Let's see if we can end up on a good note. We are going to have the Shadow Dusknoir versus Stunfisk. Interesting lead here. Pretty neutral for both parties. We are going to tank the first move. It's going to be the Mud Bomb. We know Stunfisk is fairly tanky. They might just let this go, and then indeed they do. So we're going to chip at this thing and head into this Furret. This Furret is going to be able to tank this move. Oh, interesting answer to this Furret. The Skeletor's tanking a lot of fast move pressure right now. And you can see right here, we did get the boost, so we can shield and potentially farm down. Yeah, we get the farm down, and that's going to be energy advantage for us, and they decided GG's quit. So well played, us. Check out the team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.